Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is actually a pretty nice day out here in Tennessee. It's a Sunday and I have a few hours before I have to work. So I figured I would do some videos, try to get some stuff done before the week starts. As you can see, I got some serious hair flippage going on here. When I was first drying it, I had like a Hurricane Matthew sort of thing going, like that huge flip was going on. So I was like, well, apparently my hair is trying to pay tribute to everybody in Florida right now. But, we tamed it down from like, category 4 to about a 2. But got some serious flippage going on up there. But today I kind of wanted to go through all the stuff that we have gotten from Ipsy and Birchbox and Lip Monthly over the past several months. And kind of do a Raves and reject sort of thing. Like the ones that I have tried that I really liked, the ones that I tried that were just kind of meh, and the ones that I thought just plain out sucked. So bear with me, this is probably going to be a little while. I kind of have it broke down. It's like lips, face, and then eyes. So we'll see how it goes. So we're going to start off. As you can see, I am rocking a pretty dark lip today. It is now officially fall, so I get to go back to all my dark colors that I really like to do. So for most of my videos, you'll see I'm either going to rock like a dark red lip or like a purpley berry color, or if I'm really in the mood, I'll go towards like black or something else. Just, because I feel like doing it. So what I currently have on my lips is the City Chic. And we got this one, I believe, from Lip Monthly. Bear with me, I don't remember all the ones that I got from where. But this is the one that I'm currently wearing. And I really do like this one because, though, if you make a mistake, it's kind of hard to get this back off. Like, I had to rub a good bit and my face is a little bit red from it. But it is very creamy. Like, it went on super, like, I put barely any pressure and it started going on. And it was just awesome. And I did, like, one layer, I basically just did, like, my upper lip. And then just kind of rubbed my lips together and got, a good kind of tint to the bottom lip. And then I just kind of went over that and made the full outline of how I wanted it to be. And I really like it because I think it's actually like a really good color. And it's kind of like a matte finish. Like about semi-matte, I guess. But it doesn't make my lips feel dry at all. And I didn't put any chapstick on before this. And normally if I don't, my lips start getting all like dry and shriveled up and just god awful, like fairly quickly. But this one I think is actually doing pretty well. Excuse me while I open my drink, because I forgot to do that earlier. So this one I'm really digging. Now, one of the other ones that we got was by Mirabella, and it was this real pretty red color, like a very kind of true red. This one I liked because it has, I don't know if you can really see it, and my camera's not gonna focus, but if you actually like look at the tip, there is like this bluish purple kind of shimmer to it. So it doesn't just go on like a straight flat red. There is a little bit of shimmer, so you get kind of a pinky purple hue that will go to it. So I like that one because it works with me being so pale, and it's kind of more versatile with different outfits and different colors. It doesn't last super long though. I did have to reapply multiple times. This one right here, because it's matte but like doesn't dry all the way, it does transfer pretty bad. Like, I have the lovely lip mark on my drink now, and I barely put any pressure to it, but I do have basically 1.5 coats on, so it's to be expected. The next thing, this is one of the first things that I ever got, and it's the little Tarte Lippy. I have loved this thing so much ever since I got it. I think it is just a beautiful color, and I love that peppermint smell that it has. This one, when I do finally wear it out, I am definitely going to get a full-size version of it, but I have loved this thing so much. It smells great, it goes on great, it lasts a pretty good while, and you can either do it real light and just get a little bit of color, or you can like really pack on the color, and I really enjoyed that one. This one right here, the PBJ Smoothie Stick, I like this one because it's kind of a mauve color. Like, I'm going to get to wear it more now than what I would during the spring and summer. It is pretty moisturizing and goes on fairly smooth. Now for me it's more of a fall color, and it's kind of like a nude-ish sort of thing. but I have enjoyed it the few times that I have worn it. Then there is this lovely Measurable Difference lip color stick. And this thing is, of course, this like real vampy, like dark brownish, kind of a brick color. And this one I am looking forward to getting to wear some more. Like, I have tried it a couple times and it was just too dark and vampy for summertime. So I'm going to be rocking it more now because it's finally fall. So that one, the few times that I have worn it, I have enjoyed it. It doesn't last forever. You do have to reapply, but that's, you know, kind of to be expected. This little guy right here, this Monaco lip lacquer, is cute. It's a pretty color and it smells nice, but it is a lip gloss more than anything, so it is kind of sticky-ish, or it can be. You have to be kind of careful of how much you put on. Other than that, I did like it. It's just not huge on lip glosses because it can be kind of sticky-ish. The Lip Teeny one that I got, I could kind of like really do without it. It's kind of like a lip balm, but I already have a bunch of those. And it doesn't have a whole lot of color payoff, so I was just kind of meh. It's not one of my huge favorites. This lip pen by Lord & Berry, I did really like the color when I tried it on. Like, I did it all over my lips and it was a beautiful color. Kind of dry though, so you might want to like moisturize beforehand or put maybe a dab of like gloss or something over it. But it was like a beautiful color all on its own. And I got a lot of compliments from it. My biggest favorite Raves that I've gotten so far is a Too Faced Lip Injection Plumping Gloss. This is the extreme one. Now, you know, a lot of the reviews say that it tingles or it burns really bad. It does tingle. Like, hands down, this thing tingles more than any other lip plumper I've ever used. To me, it doesn't burn though. Like, I've had hot wings that have literally burned my mouth worse than this. But I have been in love with this stuff and have been putting it on like every day. The greatest thing that I found is that it works both on just bare lips and like over a lip product. So if I put it on over this lipstick right now, it would still make my lips start tingling and plumping up. And typically I mostly feel it like right at the edges of my lips, so my lips feel like they're kind of like puffing up and out. So like for a few minutes I'll talk kind of funny because I'm like, I don't feel like I can put my lips quite together or move them quite normally because the whole outer edge, it feels like it's getting just all puffed up and stuff. But it makes like a beautiful pout. I have completely loved this stuff. Now on the other end of the spectrum, we got this stuff by Cougar. It's called Perfect Pout Volume and Shape Definition. We got this in a Lip Monthly bag. I hate this stuff so bad. Like, my mom and I both tried it. It's supposed to volume and shape your lips. My mom and I both tried this stuff. We were going out to go run errands and go do some shopping. We both put it on. It has, you know, this kind of tube. It smells like pine sol, for one. And it is very thick and sticky, and it just, oh god, it's horrible. Like, neither one of us cared for it. We both just wanted to take it back off, but it was like, didn't feel any tingling, so I was like, alright, well maybe you have to leave it on there for a while before anything happens. Never once did we feel any kind of tingling. It didn't make either one of our lips plump or do anything like that. It was just thick and sticky and smelled like we had pine sol on our mouth. And it was just horrible. So this stuff, I don't know if anybody else has had a better, you know, go around with it, but for me, total reject. Ugh. So, on to our next thing. I got this little bad boy, this makeup sponge by Bosho, I think is how you pronounce it. We got it from Ipsy. This little sucker has been a huge fave right now. Like, if you have watched the latest video where I did the beauty sponges and brushes, seeing which one's better, kind of all based off of the Beauty Blender, I love this dude. I love this one more than I do the Beauty Blender. Like, that one was okay, but this one gets all like huge, like that almost, so you can cover a ton of area pretty quickly. And as you can see, it has obviously been used and loved, and I am digging this thing. This and the Real Technique sponge. I think they're going to be my favorite ones out of everything. Then we go on to our brushes that we have gotten. This guy right here I have loved for putting on like contour, because it's soft but it gets in there and it helps kind of like feather it out, so you don't have just this super dark spot right here that you're then like, oh crap, I gotta try to blend the hell out of this. This, because the edges kind of feather out, it just kind of helps make it look a little bit more natural. And since I'm not a huge expert at contouring yet, I don't have a ton of practice with it and I'm still learning, this has worked out really well. And this is the crown brush. Plus I love that it has this little dip in the handle here, so it makes it really easy to hold. And it has one on the back side too. So like, yeah, you see the little cutouts there. Makes it really easy to hold. This little bad boy is our Lexi 221 brush, and it's the flat definer. This thing has worked super well for the times that I have tried to like do my eyebrows and stuff. It also works well if you were trying to go back after you've done your lips and try to define your lips more with concealer, because it gives you such a fine edge. You can really get in there and really shape your mouth. And then we have this little scone smudger brush. I have been loving this for doing like under eye sort of things. So you can get right up underneath there, right underneath the lashes, and it's worked perfectly. I love this bad boy. And then this one is the 282 Eye Fluff. I don't remember what brand this one is because it doesn't say on the brush, but it is super soft and fluffy and has worked great for doing eye looks when I'm trying to like blend out my crease and everything. I have loved that brush, and now I'm gonna throw it on the floor. That is greatness. Okay, so going on, we have our little Pixie by Petra eyeshadow. This was the first little eyeshadow duo that I got, and it's like this lavender and kind of a goldish brown color. I have caught and enjoyed them. These are very soft ones, and I happened to get this with my first Birchbox. These things are very soft. They're like velvet. They are so nice to work with and can make such pretty eye looks with. I'm definitely digging these. Not huge on the sponge applicator, but like just the shadows themselves are great. They make beautiful colors. Now this one right here is a Manicadar Beauty. It's an eyeshadow. I really liked it. The color is kind of different. It's kind of a pinky, peachy, goldy thing going on there. But I have found that it has been really pretty. Like I took this one and the Fireball by Urban Decay and did a look with just these two for like a day out for hanging out with my car friends. And it was gorgeous. Like everybody really loved it. Thought it was really pretty. Got a lot of compliments on it. And I just loved how easy it was to put those two together. And I just had a ton of fun with it. This one right here is the Bella Pierre Cosmetics. It's a loose powder one. And this one, I have had, like, I keep the sticky thing over it so that the stuff doesn't go everywhere. But I actually had quite a bit of fun with this one. Like, I just have tried applying it over some different random eyeshadows. And it made some really pretty colors. I just found that I had to be very careful so I don't get fallout all over my eyes. So I learned you've got to be kind of careful. You kind of want to, like, wet your brush down a little bit with, like, some makeup spray or something, so that you have a little bit more control over it. But a little bit of that stuff goes a long way. And it was so cool. Then there's the Mary Lou Luminizer that we got. And this one is really pretty. I do like it. It gives you just like a subtle hint of shine on your face. I've used it as a highlighter. I've used it as eyeshadow. I've used it as a couple different things. I like it because it gives you a subtle shine without being like too overly crazy. So it's good for those of us who are beginners and aren't super sure. Now this one right here is by Nomad. That's a like darn near straight up like gold color. Not so much my color, but it does blend really well. It's a very nice eyeshadow. I would probably try to get this in a different color myself. So like when I get done with the video, I'm kind of gonna hand it off to my mom because she can wear gold. But the few times that I like tried playing around with it, I really did like it. It's a very nice shadow. I have gotten a couple, well, 3 different mascaras so far. I've gotten a Makeup Forever Excessive Lash, the It Cosmetics Hello Lashes 5-in-1, And I've gotten 2 Smashbox X-rated. I gave one to my mom because these are great for when we travel. And I gotta say, I really do like all of them. This one, I think, is probably this is like the wettest sort of mascara. The brush, it'll definitely get onto like all your lashes, but it just takes a little bit of effort, and you gotta be a little careful since it's so wet. It will smudge kind of easily. This one right here takes forever to get out of the tube, but I do like because it has that little ball on the end there. It's been really helpful for like getting my lower lashes, but I have to be careful not to like stab myself in the eye. But I have really liked them. And then the Makeup Forever one, I have liked as well. This one is more kind of like a spoolie brush. So the only issue is the fact that it's like so long like that, so I have to be like really careful. But it does give you like crazy coverage. So I have been enjoying these. None of them are like super flops. It's just, you have to be careful of different things on them. The Benefit Gimme Brow that I've got, love this stuff. I'm still practicing with it, and I have to be very careful because last time I did it, one eyebrow was like great. What do you do now? Like way too dark, way too much. So you do have to be careful. It does take practice with this as I am learning, but I do really like this. I've gotten this Dirty Little Secret eyeshadow in Teaser. This one, it's kind of dry and powdery. Not my hugest favorite one so far. It's a nice like natural color, but the powder itself is just kind of dry, and I've had issues with some fallout from it. So it's okay, it's pretty, it's just not my favorite so far. I have gotten quite a few eyeliners, as you guys can see, as you all remember. I've gotten both the liquid ones and just regular sticky ones. All of the liquid ones I have been loving to death because, they have these felt tips, and this one is this really pretty like bluey teal color. So awesome sauce. Love these things. In fact, this tattooed one right here was like the first one that I got, and I was like, holy crap, these things are so much better than the sticks. This is awesome. I have totally been loving these things, and this guy is great for travel. He's so small and fits in everything, and just loving. Now when it comes to these bad boys, so far I gotta say that the ColourPop has been my favorite. It has been the softest, the smoothest, really pigmented, been super easy to work with. This bad boy right here has also been, this one right here has been really well. Doesn't take any pressure at all to get good color payoff. Like, I just barely touched my finger with it. I have liked this one. It has worked a few times. It can smudge a little bit, so you gotta be careful. The Mr. Right Now one that I got right here from the Balm, not a huge fan of it. Like, it looks like it's gonna be a pretty color, but like, I don't get anything off of it. I don't know if I need to heat this sucker up. Like, I get like, there, I have to press like really hard to get anything, and then it wants to fucking crumble. So, not a huge fan of that. Not real thrilled about it. This one right here is by Bombshell. This one I don't mind either. Like, as you can tell, the tip's kind of flattened out a little bit. I have used it a few times. This one is not super pigmented though. So I'm like, it might be good for like smudgy look if I'm trying to like maybe smudge the lower lashes out. But it doesn't have a ton of color payoff. So those are kind of like my rejects on those. But these two are doing really good. This one's my absolute fave out of stick wise. And then the Trace-Stick, it's a blush stick. This one I've actually really liked. It took me a couple times to really like get the hang of it, but I have quite enjoyed it. And unfortunately, I have kind of gouged the side of it. But I really do like this. It blends out pretty easily, and it's real simple. So I am digging that one. And it's not drying like a powder would be. So if you have like more dry skin, it works out really well. And then for all of us, you have this bad boy, Rosy Cheeks by Etrafine Botanicals. This one, very, very strong rose smell. And it looks super dark in the package, but I found that when you take it out and you start blending it in, it actually just gives you a real faint bit of color, so you can build it up. So in my case, I don't use a whole ton because it is so pigmented. It doesn't take a whole lot to give me that little bit of color, but you can build it up if you have darker skin. So I really do like that. The only thing is you're going to smell like roses. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You're going to smell like roses. So if that's not your thing, probably shouldn't use it. Then I got the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is a hydrating primer. I did like this stuff, however there's not a whole lot in this little bad boy, so I only got to use it like once. But it did work really well. Another one that I had was the Kula primer, and it was in the orange tube. It was one that had SPF. Yeah, they like seriously jippy on that thing. There's like maybe half of that thing full. So I got roughly all of my face done for one day on my trip. That's about it. So thank goodness I carry sunblock in my purse. Otherwise, I'd have been screwed. But it worked pretty well. It was like minerally, so like my face didn't get super oily. I like that, but kind of jipped me on it. This is the Be a Bombshell. This is supposed to be a like a highlighty stick-ish. One thing, it doesn't have super color payoff. It's not super sparkly or anything. It is a real pretty color, and it feels like really dry when you rub your fingers over it, like a chalk. But it does work. And there is a good bit in this package. This thing's pretty heavy. So I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to keep like working with it and trying to find, you know, what works best for me. I will try to give more updates as we go. And hopefully one of these I'll master this, or if anybody has any kind of suggestions, feel free to let me know. I could always use them. On the other hand, this little pink glow stick by Peony works quite well. It has a much softer, damper, and yeah, you can kind of see it, like feel to it. You're gonna smell like flowers. It's just what happens. This one I have found, it doesn't blend out super well, so you kind of have a line, so you kind of have to like zigzag this sucker. If you use a damp sponge, it seems to work better than just trying to like do it with your fingers or with a brush or something. But it works good for like doing the Cupid's bow. You can do like right across there. You can do like on your nose and whatnot. I just put lipstick on that bad boy. Let's wipe that back off. Okay, there we go. But it gives you pretty color wherever you put it, and some shine. It's not super duper sparkly. But one, you're going to smell like flowers, and two, it takes something damp to blend it out with. You can't just rub it with your fingers. The Dr. Brandt Pro Dermabrasion. This I have liked for washing my face a few times. It is gritty, but not super gritty. So you don't have to put a lot of pressure to it. If you do, it will kind of like irritate your skin. But I have liked it. It has been pretty good. My face did feel really clean afterwards. I did really like that. The thing is, you just gotta make sure you rinse it all off really good, because if you don't, you'll feel like you'll find gritty spots later on. I'm not sure what it is that's in it, but it will kind of be like, grittyful. Then we have this In Transit Close-Up. It's a mask, moisturizer, and a primer in one. This stuff smells and feels like lotion, but it works. I mean, on my face, it works okay. I definitely have to use it after I have washed, because I get oily so easily, and this stuff is a little bit thicker than what I would normally use. Normally I just moisturize with coconut oil, strange as that sounds, but it did work. I did find though that like if it doesn't really work on the lips too well. I don't know why. I was in a hurry one day, couldn't find my chapstick, happened to have this in my makeup bag, so I was just like, screw it, I'll just use it. It didn't work very well. So my little experiment did not go so great. Then of course we have our banana setting powder. This stuff is a trip to use. Like, good lord, I can get this shit everywhere. So you have to be really careful with it. I did find that it works like the foundations that are more for like my winter time when I'm paler. I can wear them like during the summertime if I put this over it because, you know, it's pretty yellow. Like out here in the sun, it does kind of look like my skin color. So it doesn't look that bad, but it can help like, I guess, darken up like a foundation. So like any of my winter ones that are going to be too pale for me to wear in the summertime, I tried putting this over it as like the setting powder, and it did kind of help bring it towards the color that I needed it to be. So, you know, that was pretty cool. Just, I make a mess with it. And then I have the Defense Refresh Setting Mist with Rosemary by Supergoop. I love this stuff. It smells so good. Now, it says that it smells like rosemary, but to me, I get more of a mint smell from it. So I really like that, and it just smells great, and it makes my face feel good. And it has SPF 50. Like, come the hell on. How can I get that lucky to have a little spray in a bottle that's perfect for travel with SPF 50 in it? Like, holla freaking Leah. And then there's the other Supergoop. It's the City Defense. Man, my face went blank. My brain went blank. It's the City Defense like sunblock moisturizer thing. Came in that little tube that I got. I've been loving that. That's in my bathroom though, and I didn't feel like going and taking it out. But I have loved the crap out of that stuff because it's thin, it soaks in really quickly, it leaves my face feeling moisturized, and I know that I have sunblock. And so far it has cooperated with the makeups that I've worn over it. So I'm like, yes. Okay, so those are my raves and mints and the rejects. You know, we know that there was really only one reject for the most part. This bad boy. I don't suggest trying it. If you want something that's going to make your lips plump up and really work and you can handle the tingle, go with the Too Faced lip injection. So much better. Or basically anything that has cinnamon or peppermint or capsaicin in it, they're all going to do the same thing. They're all going to make your lips tingle, bring the blood flow in, make your lips, they will get a little bit darker because of all the blood coming to them, but they'll plump. So if you don't want to go buy something and do it, you can just do it at home. Make it yourself or something. It's not really that hard. So I want to thank everybody for watching this video today and joining me. And if you have any, you know, like experiences with any of this stuff, or you had a similar experience or one that was completely different, and you can maybe give us a tip on how to make our next one better with any of these products, feel free to put it in the comments down below. And I look forward to seeing everybody again so soon. Hope you all have a great week, and I'm sending you much love from Tennessee. Bye-bye.